Hello there, Taurus. My name's Frankie. I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient medium, and an empath. And this reading is going to be for Taurus for November of 2020. We are now 11 months into the year. It's unbelievable. And to everybody in the States, I guess I should say happy Thanksgiving. Well, to everybody who's new out there, I pull 4 cards for the month. We use the bottom card on the deck for overall view of the month, and we'll pull an angel card at the end of this reading, hopefully to bring everything together for us. Now, I am an empath, so I have a weird speech pattern. I will speak as if I'm you during the reading. I guess it makes all of you Taurus named Frankie for the time of the reading. Look at your moon sign and your rising sign. You get a more comprehensive view of the month. And I do not believe the cards are going to go week by week. I think they'll blend in and out throughout the month like an overall theme for the month. Now I have a short message for us before I begin. And the thing that keeps it's like unforeseen delays, like unavoidable delays. Like I keep hearing the word delay, delay, delay. I don't know if it's an astrological thing or something to do with that. But then the other part of the message after I get through this delay, delay, delay type energy is there's something that I'm attached to that really isn't valuable to me anymore. So it's falling away out of my life. And that is very important to accept it gracefully and for us to move forward into our future. And we have really good cards here. We have actually 3 major arcana. And this is the second time I did your reading because I messed up the end. I should have just kept going and said stop right there because I had your last card and I was all excited and I called it the wrong name. Ta-da. So now you're getting your second time of the message and you're not going to even receive the first. But this is like an interesting, exciting type of energy, like letting go of whatever's in the past and moving on into the future and the better or brighter things, So something I was attached to pretty much is going to just like fade away. I don't know what it'll mean or what area of our lives it'll come in, but it will come. And then that moving on, this bright future type of energy. We have good words here. They're wisdom, surrender, grace, presence, as in God or the source or the universe, but not presence as in here's a gift, Taurus, and joy. So we got good words, but you're not going to believe these cards. I mean, there's a blips in here, a couple little blips, but even with the couple little blips, I'm going to say we got really good going on here and we can make it through anything because we're Taurus. First card here is the World. I love this. This is like the best card. It's a wonderful card. It's the end of the deck. It's a success in all of our endeavors is assured. We are or will soon be right on top of the world. Everything is available to us, like the completion of projects, anything we were working on, attainment of our goals and aims and happiness and harmony, things like that. Whatever we do now is going to succeed. Career change, move to another place, maybe a new relationship, recognition, rewards, acclaims. This is like the end of an old cycle and the beginning of the new one that's coming into our life. So we mastered the complexities of our inner nature, kind of, and we would feel like supported by our inner resources. So a time of feeling like a time of supreme well-being and a time of really being self-confident, putting our trust where it belongs, like in the higher power. And we have the word presence down here, and surrendering to the higher power. So because we do that, we reap the rewards of doing that. So at this time, there's all kinds of possibilities and opportunities like flowing towards us and available to us, and we're completely free to choose whatever pleases us and what to us, and whatever pleases us, and make it work and make it work well. So to me, that's like stepping into that flow of grace energy. And I think that's very, very exciting for all of us, like, okay, this is when it's going to work out and work out really well for us. And because of our next card here, this is the Queen of Swords. This is male or female if it's someone outside of us. It's going to be air energy, so Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy around it if it's another person other than us. Queen of Swords energy is very straightforward. It's a card of power and authority. It's very, very strong energy. Usually this Queen of Swords, she's sitting sideways on a throne in my old deck. She has a rope around her wrist, and that rope's been cut, and that sword is right in front of her, pointed out right in front of her. And it's like, come on closer. I'm either going to knight you or I'm going to chop off your head. So it's a very strong energy. Some of us might be being called to stand up and stand forth in this kind of energy, because it's power and it is authority. In the mental world, it can represent emotional loss, bereavement, maybe someone who's around me. It can also mean personal emotional loss or some type of a separation coming for us, like a divorce for some of us could be, or energy. Queen of Swords energy can be someone, a sense of like being widowed or widowhood, that kind of energy. Strong. If it's a person other than us, it's strong, very strong-willed, with the ability to cope with any kind of loss and go on with their life. It also could mean that we're struggling with something that's really been upsetting to us too. But even with that struggle, Queen of Swords energy, you end up on the other side looking at the struggle as if it was like something that was going to help me move forward spiritually. So the painful experience in the end result is usually seen as some source of personal growth, personal energy. Now, I want to say this about the Queen of Swords before I stop talking about her. Let's say I'm having a problem at work, and we have this Queen of Swords energy. And the Queen of Swords could represent like my boss at work. And I'm having a problem with Mary or whoever I'm having the problem with, and they're really just like on me all the time and treating me badly. Queen of Swords, I go to her to report the problem, her or him, to report that problem that Mary's given me. I don't go in there being all emotional and boo-hooing and crying. Just do not do this with the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords energetics is the facts and the facts only. So I would go in armed with Mary has done this, this, and this repetitively to me, and it's an issue, whatever it is, it's harassment or whatever. The facts, the dates, the times, the incidents, all that's the type of energy. Let's say, and I'm going to say this too, Queen of Swords maybe is someone in a position of authority, like a banker or somebody like that I'm dealing with. Go in with the facts. I go in with the facts. Maybe some other place turned me down. I'd be making sure I had that Queen of Swords, have all my paperwork in order so I could get the loan that I need or what I want from the Queen of Swords. They're very wise. you know, but they aren't going to deal with that boohooey, weepy type of stuff. It's just not the way they operate. So they could be our, you know, extra backup. And I'm telling you that way, if, and some of us are going to be called to stand into that, you know, just like if I'm two opposing people coming at me, I'm going to be the one that says, give me the facts. I don't want to hear the boo-hoos. Maybe we're being called like to break up an argument, you know, for the boss at work or something. That would be the Queen of Swords energy. Someone who is very fair-minded, extremely mature, but wise judgment based on facts. So keep that in mind this month. Not based on emotional, oh, I feel like this will feel good, that's why I'm going to do it. No, I'm doing it because these facts back it up, which is really helpful to know, because our next card here is our little blip energy coming in. We got the 5 of Pentacles, and I'm like, oh, no, we don't need that. In my old deck of cards, these people are not only bleeding, they're out in the freezing cold, and it's snowing all around them too. So this is the only Pentacle card actually that has like a negative. 5 is about change. This 5 kind of warns me that there could be some financial losses sometimes, maybe business problems, material lack, because Pentacles is money, you know, or material plain goods, things like that. And it can sometimes indicate that there's spiritual bankruptcy around us, and that's a root cause of this. And that happens now. We're all going through such, you know, trying times, depending on how we're taking it and how much we have to handle, you know, this kind of thing could come up. So it can be a warning that money might soon be tight, or losses can ensue. Like if I made a ill-advised investment or excuse me, or support I was counting on for what won't be happening, like a stipend or a grant or a loan, things like that, that I just knew was going to happen. This premise behind this card, this light, this window is supposedly a church. And the premise with the card is turn around. There is help. So I want to think about this card as have a backup plan. So let's say the Queen of Swords energy is a banker. I go to my bank. I've been banking there 20 years. I'm going to get a new car loan. I make sure, and they say, oh yeah, no problem. You've been banking with us for 20 years. With that energetics of this in there, I would go to a couple other banks. Things like that. So that I would make sure I'm pre-approved ahead of time. If I was going for a particular grant, right? A particular one. And I felt, yeah, I got that locked in. And there was other grants, but that one looked better. I think I'd apply for all of them. And then pick and choose from whatever comes through. It's, to me, this is a card telling me something's changing. Have the backup plan. This 5 of Pentacles, I'm going to go into business with Sally. And 3 people want to partner up with me for this new business, and they're going to put their funds in. But I say, okay, just Sally can ante up the half of it, and I got the other half. I'll go with Sally. Sally's working away, all happy, go lucky, wants to work with this, and blah, 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 and whatever, right? And at the last minute, Sally says, oh, but I had 2 other friends. I'm backing out. I had 2 other friends. So that really, really kind of wanted to be in the business with me, but I said, well, I'd have that backup plan. I'd make sure I have a second option, is what that card's telling me. So keep that in mind in any of my business dealings, because it's Pentacle energy, you know, and so keeping it in mind being as its material energy and understanding, I come out better on top if I have a backup plan. Because our next card here can get tough sometimes too, but it can be used really, really well because it's the moon card. And this is like the moon lights the hidden inner light. We have the word presence down here and grace and joy. So the moon lights our inner world, our spiritual side of life. It illuminates what is naturally comes from inside of us. So we be like perceiving the inner nature like really more clearly now, becoming really, really attuned and aware to like all the different feelings and inner perceptions that are going on in our life. So it's a time where we are very acutely attuned to the psychic world or the spiritual vibrations because we're way more connected to them this month. So that's really going to be important to us to go from that within type energy, more connected to the information of the universe and the invisible world that the moon lights. So it can mean really heightened psychic development for us this month. Now I want to say this too, with the Five of Pentacles in here for sure. Now the moon card itself can also mean there's something being hidden from me. So a fact that I need may be being hidden from me. So I want to make sure with this moon card in here that I have all the facts behind anything that I do. I'm going to have it all backed up, period. Okay? So my husband says this little prayer. It's out of the Bible. I think it might be in Matthew, but I'm not sure. There is nothing that is covered that shall not be revealed. Saying that prayer, nothing that's covered that shall not be revealed about this situation or that situation, whatever I'm dealing with, or this person, like, the example of the partnership with Sally, that I know ahead of time that it's shown to me. So I don't have all the facts here, and I'm going to need them this month. When I have facts in my hand, I have wisdom. I want to remember that, like our word down here. When I am well informed, I am wise. So that's going to be really helpful to us, because our next card here, and this is the one I read wrong. I was reading it as the World card, and it's not, because I got so excited because we got the World and the Wheel of Fortune. So I was like all beside myself and was reading it as the World, but it is the Wheel of Fortune, and that's even excellent too. Things have been put into motion. We have put something into motion, and it's now unstoppable. And they're on their course, and they ain't going to stop no matter what we did. We're going to do something like quit a job, make travel reservations, maybe to go somewhere, end a relationship, opt out of a friendship, or some other type of situation that wasn't working for us. But what that does is destiny, the card means destiny has been set in motion, and things will turn out as it is intended. So it's actually an excellent card. So there's nothing more for us to do with the Wheel of Fortune, right? Rather than just go with the flow. There's sometimes our unexpected events that will happen with the Wheel of Fortune, like I'm away on the trip and I meet these people while I'm away on the trip that make me an offer of some sort for some kind of a job or a new opportunity that I wasn't even thinking about. But, it's all part of the grand plan or the grand scheme for our life. It's the precursor of good fortune. And I thought, when I was reading that, I was thinking, first we get the world, and that I should have just stopped and kept going. But I was thinking, you know, first we get the world, and now we get the Wheel of Fortune. I got so excited, I read it wrong. I was like, oh my goodness. So we are assured of success. We have Queen of Swords energy on our side, something that's going to back us up. You know, if there is any kind of loss, and then we have this, something needs to be revealed to us, maybe with the Moon card, or maybe our intuition is giving us that, you know, revelation. And the end result is we are going to do what we have to do and set that wheel in motion. Just jump on for the ride. Go with the flow. Whatever I did, it's not going to stop. So let it go with the flow. So when I see all these cards together, I have to tell you, Taurus, it's like I want to sit down and sit back and think about, okay, what do I want in the future? You know, where am I going with all this? I got the world, I got the Wheel of Fortune. I'm missing a few facts, but I got this strong energy of the Queen of Swords and maybe the energy of lack. So, you know, where's my backup plan coming in? Being well prepared. I don't know where this is going to come down in our lives, but I feel like it's going to end up really good if we jump on and go for the ride and make our decision, make them wisely, and, you know, kind of like surrender into the grace of the source and use our intuition wisely, but really thinking about what it is, what it is we want. What do you desire, Taurus? What do you desire? Set that in motion. Can't make up the angel cards. You now have the opportunity to write the script according to your heart's true desires. Once you clearly decide upon your true desires and know that you're ready and deserving of them, they will rush into your life as if by magic. You really can't make them up. You know, I think that this is going to be just end result, an amazing month for us. It says this card comes to you because you've been waiting for an external sign of what you should do next. The angels say that the answer comes from inside of you. You must decide what you want before anything can change. Carve out the time to meditate. Yeah, with your moon card right there, on your heart's true desires, and know that you deserve the best, as we all do. Use affirmation and positive visualization to manifest your desire. Clarify your desires. Release any guilt or fear regarding asking for what you want. I think a lot of times we think, who am I to deserve that? We deserve it. We all deserve it. Think like that this month. Well, Taurus, that's your reading for this month. I want to tell you all, thank you for your likes, your shares, your subscribes, and your comments. I read each and every one of them, and I really appreciate them. If anybody wants to know more about me or just go neb about me, all the information to do that is down below the screen at the website, or if you need to set an appointment with me. All the information to do that's over at the website. Over at the website's 2 short videos. One explains the prayer class I put out there for you guys, 2.5 hours long. It explains how to format prayers, why you do them the way you do them. The others is a suture class. Sutras are simple thought forms. Put in a meditation. It takes 5 minutes a day and enhances the clear perceptions dramatically. Videos that explain them are over at the website. To all of you I've met through 4 whole years of doing these YouTubes now, and everybody I've met through 32 years of doing this work, I want to tell you all it's been an honor, privilege, and a pleasure to serve you. Hopefully, I will see you back here next month. Bye-bye.